This is former Premier League footballer Jordon Ibe, and he was sold for a club record fee a decade ago, but now finds himself playing in the 7th tier of English football.
Sometimes I don't even start games. I'm loving football because I know what's going to come.
So we're going to find out how he plans to rebuild his career, what battles he's had to overcome off the pitch, and how much magic is left in his boots.
You've had an incredible career, over 100 appearances in the Premier League. When you look back at it, how proud are you of what you've achieved so far?
I'm really proud, especially to be here right now, because it just shows that, the motivation, I'm not finished. I'm taking this as my comeback.
At 15 years and 311 days old, Jordon Ibe became Wycombe Wanderers' youngest ever Football League player and not long after grabbed the title of the Chairboys' youngest ever goalscorer. So when Premier League giants Liverpool came knocking, was it an easy decision to move up north?
I didn't want to go the first time because they came in for me when I was like 14. I didn't want to leave my family. When they came in again, Kenny Dalglish, I said, yeah, but my family have to come. I was not upset, but because the deal was going to go through. That last season at Wycombe, I couldn't play again because they didn't want me injured. So,
too valuable.
Yeah, they wanted to look after their money,
What was it like when you arrived at Liverpool?
I've said this to everyone. I didn't understand the language. even though it's Scouse, it could have been Norwegian to me. But I got used to it after time.
What was the atmosphere like in the change room? Who looked after you as a young lad coming through?
Not many people, I'd have to say Lloyd Jones looked after me because he was another foreigner, but he wasn't from the area. I gravitated to Bio, Raheem, Andre Wisdom, Michael Ngu, the people that I could understand their English, The Scousers, it was a bit too much, but it took time and I started understanding it. Especially because Liverpool being such a top club, even our coaches and managers, they were foreign, maybe from Germany or Spain, like Rodolfo and stuff like that.
Once he came to terms with the lingo in Liverpool, how did a young Jordon Ibe feel about stepping onto the pitch for one of the biggest clubs in world football?
Yeah, it was just confidence galore, honestly, at such a young age. So I was just delighted to just be involved, even if it was on the bench. So when I got my chance, I had to fill some big boots because, Raheem was obviously departing, and just the players that we had at the time at Liverpool was, top tier. So I was grateful. Everything felt like a roller coaster, even me going down in leagues and me going through certain stuff in my life off the pitch. It's a beautiful chaos.
Do you feel the pressure at that age when you're dubbed a future star?
There is a bit of pressure, but I think I handled it well. It's just there was other 1% that I could have maybe handled well, that I could teach to the younger generation, like going to bed on time and, resetting the clock, which I learned from Alex Inglethorpe, who was at Liverpool, and just a little 1%.
What was it like making your Premier League debut then?
It was so surreal. Obviously, I got told before the game, and I was just over the moon, and to obviously get the assist as well for Filippo Coutinho.
Not many people can say that.
Yeah, I know, because literally, it was the last game here. A Liverpool fan came all the way to Hungerford, and he brought the match program for Carragher's last game. And I was thinking, oh my days, that's a lot of love. And I signed it, and I was thinking, oh my days, this guy's come all the way just for that.
That's class.
Yeah, that's definitely. I had to take a picture of him.
When you got your record-breaking move for Bournemouth, did you feel the price tag on your shoulders when that happened? Because 50 million quid, mate, is a lot of cash.
It went in my bank account. But I just wanted to get ready and play football, and just be a regular player, a regular starter, and if not, the first one coming on off the bench. So me having that, conversation with Eddie Howe and the rest of the team, who I admire to this day, that was what we worked to, and that's what we kind of achieved.
Have you got a favourite moment in the Premier League from your career so far?
Premier League, there's many. I think I have to give it to the one at Bournemouth, only because of the history. I think only because of the history, Bournemouth have never beaten Arsenal. I'd scored other goals in the Premier League and in Europa League and stuff like that, but just because of how much it meant to Bournemouth, such a family-orientated club, that they have never beaten Arsenal in forever. Forever. So for me to get the winner,
From the incredible highs of scoring that historic goal against Arsenal, Jordon was released at the end of his contract at Bournemouth in 2020. But despite signing a deal with Derby, Jordon took a step back from football, having revealed his battle with depression and mental well-being, which had a huge impact on his performance on the pitch.
It affected me a lot. Yeah, I don't really want to, we'll speak on it, but I don't really want to, you know, like get that imagery in my head, but like it was really bad. Not wanting to be here, and it's sad that I say that because, you know, I've got a beautiful daughter that's 6 years old, and I've got a family that love me, you know, and friends. So it's hard, but I understand where it can take you because, like, there's not really a cause for it. Yeah, so if someone was to ask me, why are you feeling this way? I don't know. That's why I want to be a pioneer of mental health and help other people. And I did, in COVID time, I did speak with like Rio Ferdinand about it. Other people did reach out, and I did go on a podcast to, you know, voice it and just let it be known. And on my Instagram, just because it's quite serious. And I've never said this on an interview, but I had a DM one time from one little girl that's from like Argentina, and she was like 12 years old, and she said in the broken English, but she said to me that, Jordon, I'm a fan of yours. Please don't kill yourself. And it brought me to tears. But for her to be saying that at 12 years old, it really hit me. You know, I had to buck up my ideas. It has taken a long time, but you know, this club Hungerford has helped me. The energy around the change room is magnificent. I'm feeling, you know, top tier now. I just need to get this fitness going, and I'm just looking forward to the future. I can't lie.
Did you feel the weight lifted off your shoulder when you let out how you were feeling?
100%. I wasn't thinking, you know, if I say this, people are going to think you're weak or anything. I've always wanted to say it, but I just didn't know the right time because I was still going through my stuff. So I didn't want to put it on a social platform as an excuse. It needed to be at the right time.
It's great to see you back out there playing football. Why Hungerford Town?
When I spoke with the manager, I said to him, I want you to be a part of my history because this is going to be bigger than me. I've got a plan, but it's not written down. I'm just taking it as it goes. And I know for sure, you know, because I believe in God, you know, quite spiritual. I know things are going to go and work my way. So I want this gaffer to be a part of it. So when, you know, 5-6 years down the line, they'll be like, oh, who was that manager that gave Jordon his first, second chance? And they know who to look to.
And he's a lively character, isn't he?
Yeah, and he's from the Curbs, you know. He told me he's from Elephant Castle, and I was brought up at Great Dover Street, so it's not too far.
Danny, how did you end up signing a former Premier League winger?
So basically, about 6-7 weeks ago, Hanny said, I've got a player that wants to come training. And I said, okay. He said, I won't say who it is, I'll just let him come up. And then as soon as he walks in the room, pretty much like you saw tonight with the analysis, everybody's just gone, it's Jordon Ibe. So yeah, but since he's been here, he's been absolutely brilliant. You know, he's wealth of knowledge, things he can do with a football I don't think I've ever seen before. And yeah, it's been a roller coaster over 6 weeks because since he's come in, we've started the old upturn of results and bits and pieces like that as well. Can't give him all that praise, but yeah, no, it's amazing to have someone with his calibre at this football club.
Hanny, how did you sell it to Jordon to come to Hungerford?
It's quite easy, to be honest. Jordon likes playing football. There was an opportunity there. I presented it to him and he wanted to grab it. He said he's just interested in playing football and getting back to where he was, and it's that easy.
What can he get out of this move to Hungerford Town?
I think the intensity here is really good. It's very competitive, so he can get that hunger and desire back to compete. I feel like that will help him progress moving forward.
How high do you think he can go?
He can get back to where he was once before. If you've done it before, you can do it again. So sky's the limit, really.
What was the first impression when you saw him out here on a training pitch?
He'd done this bit of skill, which was unbelievable. And I feel got one of the best centre-halves in the league in Matt Berriago. He didn't know which way to turn, how he flicked it over his head. And when he's gone to tackle him, he nutmegged him again. And, you know, we have some really good players here. But seeing bits and pieces like that up close, it's phenomenal. And that was, you know, that's one of the first things he'd done in training, and everybody's jaw just hit the floor.
And how has the exposure helped the football club?
You know, it's absolutely huge. You know, I think he's probably put 20 to 30 extra fans at our gate, and one thing that he has done after every game, he's walked round, he's said hello to everybody, photos, autographs, and of course it helps the football club. We're a non-league club, and not very many probably people would have heard of Hungerford Town until Jordon Ibe's turned up. So it's been a massive exposure, all for the right reasons, because how much of a gentleman and a scholar he really is. Sort of brilliant story. He got a train the other day when we had the derby against Basingstoke, and he was on the train full of Basingstoke fans, and they were taking his photo and getting them to talk to him and bits and pieces. But yeah, of course, and footballers have to have love to do it. I can understand why sometimes the love can die out a little bit, but it's down to me, down to my staff, down to the football club to put an arm around him and get that love back for him. And I think slowly but surely, you probably see it tonight as well, that he's got a smile on his face and he is enjoying himself. We're trying to be that platform that he can go again, and that's the big thing. Obviously, it's about probably, getting his name out again, getting the love for football back. As you can tell, they're a bit of a rowdy bunch, but he's what we want to do is work with him. Work with as much as we physically can, get him back, like I said, get his name back out there, and because he's got enough quality, you can see it in the bits and pieces, like I say, within training, and obviously one thing we've got to try and do is probably get him a little bit more match fitter, which he'll probably agree with that. He's going to go back higher. He's just, like I said, it's about falling back in love with the game and having a big smile on his face as well.
Yeah, that's one of the most important things, is smiling. And in a non-league changing room, it's always full of laughter. How's he adapted to that life?
Been brilliant. Yeah, like I said, like I just said earlier, he's a breath of fresh air. Come in here, he's no airs, no graces. He's told us a couple of stories of, when he roasted a couple of Premier League wingers, fullbacks and things like that, which has been brilliant. And he's been really good with the young lads. That's one thing that he has been. Because they look up to him, of course.
Yeah.
Even I look up to him. What he's done in football, and he's been phenomenal. And like I said, if we can be a little bit part of his journey to get back to where he needs to be, that's fantastic for us and for him.
How do you, as a manager, deal with a Premier League footballer? How's that relationship build?
You have to have a respect, because you find some managers that I guess they think they probably know everything and bits and pieces like that, where I'm not like that at all. I'm a sponge. I want to learn from him, and I sit there and I listen to him, and the bits and pieces that he says, and the phone calls that we have, and we talk football, and he said, I'm learning off you as well. So which flabbergasts me. I don't know who learns off me. But yeah, and it's just like a mutual respect that he knows where he is. He knows that he's got to fight hard to get back to where he needs to be. But like I said, if I can put the gloves back on him so he can punch his way back to the top, then that's what I'm here to do.
How do you find this level of football? I know you're getting back to match fitness, but what do you make of the standard? Be polite.
It's competitive. Yeah, it's competitive. There's some good players, especially in our team.
How do you find the pitches?
It's like a farm,
Not the carpet you're used to, is it?
No, not at all. There's more mud than grass, honestly. So it's a bit hard to manoeuvre whether I've got studs on or molds. I get happy when we have away games.
Do you like 4G?
Yeah, that's what we're training on tonight. So if you guys are around, you'll see some magic.
How long does it take to get that back, or is that always stuck inside you?
I'm going to be honest with you. I've not lost any of that. It's just like just 1% repetitions, just the easier stuff. Once I get my fitness back, I'll just be, full throttle. Ever since I scored a goal recently, a lot of people have reached out that are like one-on-one fitness coaches.
Yeah.
And I can't lie, even Bournemouth, one of the Bournemouth fitness coaches that was there before, called Dan Hodges, I asked him for my pre-season program so I could just get started in it. So come summertime, I can use it for now, but come summertime, I know, I need to put in 1 month sweat, heart and tears.
You can really see the passion that you've got back to football. You loving football again?
Yes, and sometimes I don't even start games. I'm loving football because I know what's going to come, to those that work hard. The future's bright. Yeah, I'm still happy.
Top man.
Thank you.
Cheers, Jordan. Thank you very much.
Yes.
Jordon isn't the only former Premier League player in non-league. Check out our video with AFC Tottenham striker Charlie Austin.